Songwriting tips you already know. You already know most of the songwriting tips you need. You just aren't following them. In this video, I'll help you get off your songwriting tips kick and get back to songwriting. Watch the video all the way through and then click the description link for a written summary and more songwriting resources to help you win against your songwriting tips addiction. The real source of the problem is that it feels hard to write songs. Songwriting feels like too much work and you tell yourself, I don't have the time. Songwriting feels like a waste of time or it takes too much time. It takes more energy than you feel you have, so you make up excuses not to be doing it. You need inspiration to get to work, or you try to work and the inspiration doesn't come fast enough. You don't want to start writing because you're fighting some internal resistance. The truth is, you want songwriting to be easy. It should feel easy and effortless. You want songwriting to be fun and flow easily. You want to lose time while you're songwriting instead of feeling like you're spending or wasting time songwriting. You want to get more energy from songwriting instead of pouring energy into it. So, you spend time cruising songwriting tips and videos and blogs. Chances are you're not really learning anything you don't already know. You're really just doing it to get some motivation to write. Most songwriting tips fall into one of these 5 categories. You already know most of this. Do the work. Improve your songwriting knowledge. Improving your songwriting process. Organizational tips and finding new input. For do the work, you have to remember that songwriting takes time. A 3-minute song can take days or weeks to write. You need to put in the time. You need to follow through. You need to get feedback and improve your song. Work on your motivation, your habits, and systems. It takes consistent effort. You have to set goals and achieve them. To solve for do the work problems, remember, inspiration follows action. Write to get inspired. Show up and do the work. Make a plan or schedule and stick to it. Consistent effort is the key to success. You know the story of the tortoise and the hare. It's 2,000 years old. Social media. Be a producer instead of a consumer of social media. When you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, be creative and strategic instead of a passive observer. And remember, imperfect action. Try something and then improve it. Don't wait for perfection. Do something instead of thinking about doing something. To improve your songwriting knowledge, think about it. It's understanding how songs work. How do songs fit together? What's a verse? What's a chorus? And what do you write about in each? Learn songwriting practices and rules and how to combine lyrics and music, how they fit together. Solutions for songwriting knowledge. Start by learning songs, play, sing, and analyze songs that you love. Read about songwriting and music theory. Get a program instead of YouTube research, and don't ask Facebook. Come on. Get a solid songwriting knowledge. Get a teacher. Take an online songwriting course. Take lessons. You can pay to be taught songwriting skills so that you learn them faster. Meet with other songwriters in a local songwriting group. Mastermind with other songwriters, online or in person. Work with a co-writer with strengths that complement yours. For songwriting process, think about how you go from inspiration to a released song, following all the steps to write a song. To improve your songwriting process, ask yourself, how do I write? How can I write differently and more effectively? Where do I get stuck in the songwriting process? And what do I need to learn more about? Solutions for songwriting process, start with do it differently. Start with lyrics instead of the music or melody instead of the chord progression. Change your songwriting process and check the results. Test and experiment. Keep testing, keep experimenting. Brainstorm. Don't start at the first line. Instead, write non-linearly. Start with ideas and fragments and then put them together. Remember, editing is harder than writing. And finish the song as best you can and release the best song that you can, even if it's just a rough demo on Instagram. Close open loops. Finish tasks and finish projects. And work on other things too. Don't get stuck just songwriting. Find a co-writer, songwriter with strengths that complement yours. Number 4, organization is about getting things done and looking after the details, keeping track of your ideas and all the things that go together to build a song. It's about follow through and planning ahead, about creating systems to make complex tasks easy to finish. Take notes and keep a notebook. Use it. Refer to it, write in it, and keep it organized. Keeping track of timelines for large projects. Being on time. Scheduling time for songwriting, time for recording, and making a decision and following through. Getting to work, sitting down to write, and being prepared to write. Solutions for your organization include taking notes, keeping a songwriting notebook, keep a list of title ideas so you always have something, make and keep timelines, break big tasks into large chunks and work backwards from the goal. For example, if you're releasing a song, pick a date and start filling in the steps backwards to build a timeline that you can follow. Close open loops and finish tasks, finish projects. Don't expect too much and don't expect that you can do everything. And always expect that things will take longer than you plan and adjust your plans as you work through them. Number 5, new input. If you change the input, you change the output. If you're doing the work, if you know what goes into a song, and if the songwriting process works for you and you're organized, then the problem is you need new input because garbage in gives you garbage out. So for the solutions for finding new songwriting input, first, learn new things like learning new songs. Play, sing, and analyze songs and learn them from the inside out. Practice your instrument, practice singing, just like with a weekly schedule and some goals kind of practicing, not just noodling. Take music lessons for songwriting, voice, your instrument, or a new musical instrument. Co-write with different people. Write with a different instrument or no instrument at all. Practice active listening. Listen without doing anything else except taking notes. Leave your music cave. Go for a walk, take a break and then do something else. See and hear live music and support your local music scene. Live an interesting life. Interesting people write interesting songs. To summarize, you don't really need songwriting tips if you know how to do the work, if you have enough songwriting knowledge, if you have a songwriting process that helps you finish songs, if you can organize the songwriting details from inspiration to a released song, and if you have good songwriting input and inspiration. You just have to get to work and finish your songs. Remember, watching videos about songwriting won't make you a better songwriter or get any songs written unless you expect to invest some time actually songwriting. I'm Trevor Dimoff. I teach musicians to become songwriters at epicsongwriting.com. Thanks for watching all the way through. Click the description link for a written summary and more songwriting resources to get you off your songwriting tips addiction and to help you finish your songs. Once you've checked it out, go write something interesting.